Ladies, this is what oh my gosh, the movie is so good, and the two of you are incredible in it. I'm still on
Thank you.
from seeing the movie. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. If you know me, you know that I always speak the truth.
We love to see it.
For you guys, though, I mean, I guess I'll just start from the beginning. I mean, what was the audition and the casting process like? And then knowing that you were going up for such iconic roles and for an iconic story, and with Steven Spielberg at the helm.
Yeah, I mean, we had very different audition experiences.
I feel like yours was long.
Mine was very long.
Short.
Hers was very short. Mine was a year long. It was from January 25th, 2018 to January 9th, 2019. I answered a Twitter casting call from Cindy Tolan, our incredible casting director, that was just asking for 4 leads in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story, and they were looking for girls 15 through 25 to audition for Maria. And so I just kind of sat down immediately and sent in a tape, and Steven kind of tortured me for a year, brought me in for like 8 or 9 times. Those are his words, by the way. I don't consider it torture, but he always says that he made me sweat out my 17th year on earth. It was like 16 through 17. I was just sweating, waiting by the phone. But got the part. So can't complain.
Yeah.
You?
Well, mine was kind of short. I think I'd probably gone in generally very early on in the process, but I was starring on Broadway at the time. I got a phone call. I think this was like late September, and they asked me to come in. I didn't know Steven was there. I was like, well, this is great. What a shock. Hi. But I sang and I danced, and then he asked me to read, and I was like, no, I don't. No.
You said no.
I did. I said no. Can you believe it? I can't. But only from the standpoint of I was doing a show the night before and I was exhausted and I had never seen these sides, and I don't make it a habit of going in unprepared. That doesn't typically work out for us. So I just sort of stood my ground. I was like, I would be honored to read for you another time. But it's not going to be today. And he was like, okay. And he did. He was like, but you will come back. And I was like, I'd be honored. And then I think about 4 weeks later, after a couple of their rounds in the chemistry tests, he called and offered me the part. And then we couldn't tell anyone. I couldn't tell anyone for like 2 months.
Yeah, they had to keep it for 2 months. I had 5 days. I had 5 days to sit with that news. So it was like the long audition process and then the short sitting with the news. And then you had a short audition process and a long
sitting with the news, which was actually, I don't know which one was more nerve-wracking.
No,
it was really wild.
Yeah, I can't imagine waiting that long.
Well, Ariana, I imagine you're on a short list of people that told Steven Spielberg no. And I can't get over that. And then
I know, I don't think it's something he's accustomed to be honest. But I said it with love and a lot of respect. But sometimes no is just a no.
I mean, it's respect for your time too and your talents. So that's important.
I want to talk about, just seeing these big moments, on the screen, and these musical numbers and the choreography and just the acting and it's just all of it. I'm just wondering for you guys, what were those big days on set like? And with all the dancing and just the extras and the costumes, what were those moments like?
They were hot
and long.
Yeah. And I wasn't even, doing the thick of the dancing. So even just watching everybody going 100% 10 out of 10 every time for every take, it was like doing an entire Broadway show, take after take after take after take. And I was sweating and losing weight just watching them do it. And so, really like,
I'm pretty sure they had to CGI David Alvarez's shirt because he had sweat through it
before we even started shooting on Dance at the Gym. He was already
sweating. It was so hot.
Yeah.
But I think, I will say the product that the world gets to see is, it's a combination of interval training and artistry. These dancers, this ensemble, this is not easy. It is the most epic marathon artistically that you will ever run, trying to capture lightning in a bottle. And I think America and Dance at the Gym are really, really beautiful examples of that.
Yeah, for sure.
knowing that this new version can be seen by a whole new generation, here we are 60 years later. How exciting is that for you? But then also what this film took into account that the last film didn't with representation.
You know, it's representation, but it's also like a huge leap forward in the historical context of the film, which was something that Tony Kushner, who wrote our incredible screenplay, really took into account more often than not. It was always a conversation about what 1957 Manhattan was really like, this collection of blocks known as San Juan Hill that was just disappearing to create the new Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts, which was not really going to be enjoyed by the low-income communities that were being displaced. So that alone kind of set this precedent for the rest of us to really rise to the occasion in what exactly we were representing. Not only, you know, our people, it was also our ancestors and the actual lives that they were living, being kicked out of their homes. They're seeing their buildings turn to rubble. There was nothing more haunting to me on that set, like, you know, designed by Adam Stockhausen, that like the buildings torn down, but still seeing the wallpaper up on the sides of the other buildings.
Or the bathtubs.
The
like
bathtub, the collection of bathtubs is very haunting.
Yeah.
You just, those were people's lives completely taken away from them in a way that they had worked so hard, because, you know, anyone who comes from a family of migrants or immigrants knows what the American dream meant to them, and to have it just snatched away like that is just, it was horrible. And I think it really just informs our movie. And like you said,
we are socially aware.
We are incredibly, and it'll inform a whole new generation of people who probably didn't even know what San Juan Hill was before watching our film.
I love that. I love that. And I have to ask you, because this is obviously a classic. This, you have Steven Spielberg directing it, and then you have Rita Moreno on set, participating in the movie, talk about pressure, a new role that they created with her in Valentina. Just talk a little bit about what it was like to have her on set, a part of your journey. I mean, even as playing Anita, having to look Anita in the face in certain scenes. Can you talk a little bit about that, and then maybe some advice she may have given you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't speak for Rita, but she did say yesterday during some of our interviews, she's like, no, the candy store scene, it was very meta.
Yeah.
You know, so it was such a wild experience, you know, and for me, you know, looking her in the face, I had to work very hard to, you know, keep my actor brain on. You're not looking at Rita Moreno, you are looking at Valentina, and you know, play the truth of the scene. But the reality is she's Rita Moreno, and she means so much to the entertainment industry and to Latinos, our community at large. And you know, she's a wild force in nature, that one.
She's a firecracker.
Firecracker. And Story Time with Rita Moreno is seriously, that is a classic. Let me tell you that. But she empowered me specifically to do my own thing. And it's not that she gave me specific advice. She just said, lean into everything that makes you unique. And that's really important, because there would have been no point in duplicating what she'd already done. It's been done.
Yeah.
It's been done.
It's been done, and beautifully so.
Beautifully so. And I think I really applaud our creative team for, you know, taking a chance on the possibility of my talent, and also allowing a Black woman to embody this character, because that in and of itself does inform this particular portrayal. And it makes it's the thing that I think allows it to even begin to stand on its own 2 feet.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, my time is up, but I have to say that what you just said, that Rita said about lean into everything that makes you unique, that's a life lesson. Put it on a t-shirt.
Right?
Put it on, you know what I mean? Like I
you know what? We're going to create some merch for her.
Yes.
And we're going to tell her it was your idea.
Yes.
So 10% coming your way.
Well, my name's Rachel, so that shouldn't be hard to remember.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.